Today, the new chapter, especially the part of the geography, we are still these few days we are discussing. So today, extremely new chapter, which is also maybe part of the last chapters of this geography. So here we have a very important the last part on life in the desert. So we have discussed in previously many other topics. We discussed about the tropical evergreen, then we discuss about the this recent about Amazon basin, and we also discuss about the life of the people and their economies, especially in prairie and veld region. So here in this chapter today we will be discussing about the types of deserts. That is two types of desert that we find in the world. One is a hot desert and the cold desert. Namely, we will be mentioning in the class. Then again, we have got the location of this hot and cold desert in the world. Thirdly, we have got a topic like a life of the people living in the hot desert. That is, we will talk about Sahara region. And then last one, life of the people living in the cold deserts. So that is about Ladakh, that is in India. So all this part that we are going to discuss. So let's see here how we can go through about it. Okay, so let us know about the statement about any region uh, when it is experiencing the less than the 25 this centimeter of the rainfall or annual rainfall, and it has got the scanty vegetation. Uh, it is found especially depending upon the temperature and the climatic condition of this region. So then only you can understand about the region which either it is a hot desert or cold desert. First of all, we need to know the factors affecting here, that is about the scanty rainfall. Secondly, the very much hot, it may say this region is experiencing extremely hot climatic condition. And then the second part of the desert, it is actually indicating about the cold desert. Now cold desert also almost the similarity we find, but there the temperature is extremely down, and then perhaps it may be the snowfall or may not be the snowfall, but the region is a extremely high altitude we find. Then this region is actually considered as a cold desert. So here we have got the deserts which we'll be discussing in my class. Especially I'll be discussing about it. So the common characteristics of any desert is that they are very dry. So that is we can find in both places, and it extremes the temperature or sparse vegetation. These are two other factors are also includes in this deserts or the discussion. So let us know about the location of the this hot desert and then cold deserts. Okay, so let's see here. The hot deserts are found is usually especially in tropical regions. So tropical we have discussed in recent few classes you have already heard, and this particular region is a you can see they lie especially between the 20-degree and 30-degree latitudes, that is north and south of the equator. Now in our earth we have already seen the equator zone. So when you see the equator zone, in this zone you have the 0 degree, and then followed by the increase amount of the degrees. So especially it is indicating about the 20-degree to 30-degree. Between this latitude, actually the different climatic condition actually it is experiencing, especially extreme hot or maybe extreme cold. So here uh, hot deserts are actually found on the western margins of all the continents except Europe and Antarctica. Then the main hot deserts of the world are namely Sahara, the Sahara Desert. We very often we see in the Discovery Channel. Then we have got the Kalahari deserts, then Arabian Great, Australian Atacama, and then Thar, and also Mexican desert we have got. So these are the names that is actually mentioned. So let us know that the cold deserts are actually which place it is situated. Now the cold deserts are actually situated especially in the high altitudes. of the temperate regions, especially we find here. So the main cold deserts of the world are actually Atacama. So this must you have to remember. Gobi. Then again you have the Great Basin, Ladakh. Then we have got Namib Desert. So these are the few deserts we find, especially when we talk about the cold deserts. And then cold deserts are actually also found in the polar regions. So we have got also this particular part we need to remember that Antarctic polar deserts and also the Arctic polar desert. These two types of deserts also we get from this particular region. Now in this chapter especially we will study about the two deserts, that is about Sahara and Sahara deserts and the Ladakh, that is found in India. So let us go ahead with the Sahara Desert, how this is Sahara Desert actually form, its location and landform. Then also we will talk about the climatic condition, then natural vegetation and the wildlife, then also here how the people are actually living, their economies and transportation and cities. So these are the part of our discussion here. Here, especially the this is Sahara Desert. Sahara deserts, especially we find in Africa. So, Africa is a big continent, is it not? Big number of the countries even are found in this region. So here, when we talk about Africa, so the largest desert is found in this region is that is about Sahara Desert. So here, so let's know the location, how which place this particular region is located. Now Sahara Desert is located in northern Africa. Northern Africa, you can find in the picture, this page number 205. You can see there how this Sahara deserts are actually located in this region. And then in the west to the Red Sea in the east, and to its north is the Mediterranean Sea and Atlas Mountains. Okay, then it merges with the savanna grasslands in the south, and it covers an area of about 8.5 million square kilometer. You have to remember this 8.5 million square kilometer it is covering and its east to west extent is that is 5,500 kilometer, and then north to south extent is 1,900 kilometer. It is a huge land actually. It is covered with this desert. So desert doesn't mean that only the this sand things are there, but at the same time rocky rocks are there, and you can see the dry region, then high altitude. Some extent things are actually also found in this region. But just a guess here, you can find here around you see 3.28 mile. No? That is all India. So like a country like India, it is a big things are found, and nearly 3 times it is bigger, is it not? So very a kind of like a surprising for us. So let's know about the land of this region. Now see, the Sahara Desert is actually spread over 11 countries. Over 11 countries, when this desert is spread, it is a big kind of like information for us. So namely you see which are the countries actually connected with this Sahara Desert. So name is Morocco, then Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Tunisia, then Sudan, then Chad, Mali, Mauritania, Niger, and Western Sahara. So these are the few countries are connected with this Sahara deserts. So the Sahara Desert is also actually known as the El Khela, that is the which means the emptiness. Okay, El Khela means emptiness, and this particular Sahara deserts, since it is connected with the 9 countries or 11 countries, sorry, 11 countries are a kind of like a great information for us especially. So you should remember this particular information. And here most of the Sahara deserts, the Sahara Desert is actually undeveloped and has a very topography because of the action of wind. Now you must know that wherever there is the barren land, there the wind is playing a major role. Very much like the wind is different from the all other areas. Here the wind is playing the bigger role in the sense that the wind is blowing, and then the landform or the sand is gathering from one place to another, and so different formation of the sand hillocks are actually formed. So here the most of the Sahara deserts are this way where it is formed, especially by the action of the wind. The Sahara desert is not entirely a sandy desert. So that is also, I have already mentioned before, that Sahara desert is not totally, actually it is found the sandy, but around 1/4 of its cover with vast stretches of you can find of sand known as the air. Okay, it is different varieties of the sand. Okay, so the sand dunes reach heights of up to 300 meter. It means the moment it is blown and then formed, then it is almost taking the height of around 300. So 300 meter is becoming up. So it's a big action of the wind. So shifting sand dunes is a common sight in this desert, and besides sand, there are extensive areas of pebbles and gravel known as the reg. So you must remember some of the word. And there are also large areas of smooth bare bedrock known as hamada. Okay, hamada is a what type of rock? Bedrock. This one. These are actually formed when the strong winds blow away the sand particles and lay bare the bedrock. So this is the action that is actually done. Okay, so you must check through this particular information in your book, especially page number 206. Next paragraph is speaking about the land surface of the Sahara is actually undulating. It means here there are highlands, plateaus, plains, and also the basins are found. And here one name is mentioned, that is a Emi Kosi, that is a 3,415 meter in the Tibesti range in Chad. Okay, so is the highest peak in the region. It means in this region, so we know the highest region or the highest peak we have got in our Asia, is not, especially when we talk about the Mount Everest. But in Sahara or in Africa, this particular peak is actually mentioned, that is a Emi Kosi, 3,415 meters. So this is we can find here. Then here again, what is the another important information, that another important ranges is the Ahagar Mountains. Ahagar Mountains is another one. There are a number of oases in Sahara. Oasis, you must remember that in the desert only it is found, especially when the wind is playing its role and removing the sands from one area to another area. Then in some places this stream or it is known as the oasis are also located. So here with Bimla and Kurfa, name you must remember, there are a number of oases in Sahara, with the Bimla and Kurfa being the largest ones. Okay, largest oases are found. Most of the water found in the Sahara today is in the form of seasonal or intermittent streams called wadis. So these are the terms are used here. Wadis is the some sort of like a stream where the water is located or found, and then these get flooded by downpours, and the Nile River flows along the eastern border of the desert, and the Niger River flows through the southwestern Sahara, and the only freshwater lake in the Sahara desert is Lake Chad. So this is some of the our rivers, and also the oases, and also the sand form are actually making, and which are the sand forms are making here. So these are you need to read through once this few paragraphs. Okay, so in my next video we will talk about the climate condition of this Sahara desert. Okay, and As you read through, you at the same time the questions answers I have already provided you. So you read through, learn it properly, and you get ready for the exams. Okay. So thank you.